Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for coming over. I know it's a challenging setting and whatnot. Try to do the best. My name is Elad Ziklik. I lead the product effort in Microsoft for knowledge mining, part of our Applied AI organization. Just to calibrate this, how many of you were in my session yesterday? How many of you are brain dead that will not raise your hands, whatever I ask, whatever? Okay, so still some. Thank you for that. So we're going to talk about how you mine your data for gold. So I'm going to do like a brief introduction for knowledge mining in general, and then we're going to do a demo that hopefully you'll really like and have fun with. That's the plan. So the broader level, Azure AI has three kinds of user scenarios that we work on. There's the machine learning folks that work on building platforms for data scientists that want to build machine learning models, Azure Machine Learning, AutoML, etc. There's the apps and agents things, which deals with cognitive services and bots, all the framework to build agents and infuse AI to your application. Our team focuses around knowledge mining. And if I'm trying to help frame what knowledge mining is, it's basically this problem. Okay? It's you have a whole bunch of unstructured goo, and you want to find insights in it. You have documents, PDFs, physical or otherwise, and you want to try and find the value that is inside these documents. Okay? And while you probably don't have the physical mess that this room is, by the way, this is not a stock photo. This was given to me by one of our account managers. This is the archives of the Department of Justice of a country that I will not name for obvious reasons. It's not the United States, you can rest assured. Even if you don't have this, you probably have the digital attic equivalent of this mess. Files from all types of forms, from PDFs to Office documents, from call center audio files to HTML, CSV goo, all sitting in many, many, many places, from SharePoint to SQL Server to Azure Blobs to whatever. And you want to try and find insights in this thing. And I know what you're all saying, that is easy. I can use AI or machine learning or whatnot. Now again, this is an old joke, but I'll say it anyway. Anybody knows the difference between machine learning and AI? So if it's written in Python, it's machine learning. If it's written in PowerPoint, it's AI. So this is a PowerPoint deck, so we'll talk about AI. And it turns out that applying AI is actually pretty difficult. Even today, with all the TensorFlows and whatever of the world, if you want to apply AI to your business problem, you most likely are in a situation that looks like this. You need special people with special equipment and special knowledge in order to go and find the insights inside your thing. Okay? And this needs to be easier. This needs to be better. And as we were working on this problem for the last couple of years, we found a pattern that is common to a lot of these scenarios. And we call it, or originally we called it cognitive search, the pattern, which is I want to ingest, enrich, and explore my data. I want to ingest my data, any type of data, any store, any place that it is. I want to enrich it with AI. We call it cognitive skills, just like Alexa has skills or Cortana has skills. I want to tap into skills that will find interesting things in my data. And then I want to explore it. So when we first started it, we started with exploring this through a search index. I'm going to show you some other ways to explore this data later on today. So when you do knowledge mining with Azure Cognitive Search, you can point at your data source that can have any type of document and structure. You can enrich it with one of our cognitive services out of the box that do language detection or entity recognition for several entities. You can even add your own custom models. You can build your own models either with Azure Machine Learning or with whatever, and add this as what we call custom skills into your workflow. And the result is a tree of information, a set of annotations, enrichments that we've created from your data that you can then go and plug into, for example, a search index, and then start and explore. So this is all pretty good and a lot of fun. But then it went so far that we decided, we saw so much signal and so many customers and partners interested in this pattern that we turned it into a product. Okay, so we now have a product that is called Azure Cognitive Search. There's a fully managed experience around doing this exact pattern that I showed you. Bring in your data, apply built-in AI, customize it with your own AI, and I'll show you how to do this in the next few minutes. And it's been going pretty well. Okay, some vanity numbers. We've been processing 6 billion documents a day, and last month we had over 14 billion queries, which is order of magnitude of a reasonable global search engine. So this is order of magnitude of Bing worldwide. Google is a little bit bigger, about 8 to 10x bigger, but we've been serving a whole bunch of customers with this cognitive search. And what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about common use cases that we're seeing, and then show you a demo that I especially made for this audience in Ignite. So typical knowledge mining scenarios is what you would expect. Okay, the basic one is on the bottom right. This is this catalog search kind of example where I have a catalog and I want to add the search experience to my app. That's how we got started. But as we started adding more cognitive capabilities and the ability to take on more unstructured documents, we started seeing things like process automation with form recognizer. We started seeing digital asset management. I have a bunch of images and media, videos, audio, and I want to be able to tag all of those so I can go and search, show me the image of Russell Wilson playing in a football game, and do this easily. And we started seeing analytics scenario. People saying, hey, this is great. I want to take all my unstructured data, but I don't want to necessarily search for something. I want to actually run a bunch of analytics on that thing. But after I applied AI and enriched my data, I did a bunch of fun stuff. So if you look at what this looks like from an architecture diagram, it's basically the same pattern, but with blocks around it. Point at your data. We'll do this document cracking, which is actually a pretty hard thing to do at scale. Imagine you have 100 million PowerPoint decks. Each one has a dozen slides. You want something that will crack it open, take every slide and find all the text and the images and all that stuff. And it's actually pretty hard. Even though I work for Microsoft, doing this is actually pretty challenging at scale. So we're fixing all this mess. We're running our cognitive skills on that data, and we're producing this enriched documents into a search index. And as of a few months ago, as I mentioned, producing a knowledge store. Okay, that's a new capability that was available since build a few months ago that allows you to do all these wonderful cognitive search thingies, but end in a knowledge store. End in a knowledge store and not in a search index, that I can actually start driving a bunch of more interesting scenarios on top of it. I can use it to build my own machine learning models. I can use it to run some analytics dashboard. And what I want to do is show you exactly that. So what I want to do is I want to mine Ignite for gold. I want to find gold within the information that I have on Ignite. And for that, all I have on Ignite is basically this. Okay? I have an Excel file that I got from the organizers that includes all the dump of all the sessions that are in this conference, their name, their type, the content categories, or whatever. I also have this speaker information. So these are all the speakers that speak at Ignite. And I'm trying to figure out what can I do that's going to be interesting with this data. So I can do a bunch of boring stuff and generate a word cloud and show you that AI is cool because there's like 53 sessions on AI and Active Directory and whatever. But that would be boring, and nobody is paying me to do anything boring. So what I wanted to do is, other than run all of my built-in skills inside Cognitive Search, I wanted to focus a little bit on this custom skills. What skills can I use? What skills can I tap into or create that will make this a little bit more interesting? So it turns out that one of the skills that we have, or one of the technologies that we have, and I created a skill that interacts with this, is the Microsoft Graph. So Microsoft Graph is a thing that sits on top of your Office 365, Microsoft 365 tenant, and allow you to explore everything that's going on inside your organization. Okay, so for example, this is the Graph Explorer. I actually logged in with my own credentials, so you can see it here. So you can go, and if you have an Office 365 tenant, you can go to this page and start playing with this data. And it gives me things like, I don't know, my profile photo, my photo. It can give me things like my profile information. This is the query that you run to get it. So you can see my name, my title, my office location. I'm based in Bravern, which is in Bellevue, so all good. You can even see things like items trending around me. These are all the SharePoint and email things that people in my team and me have been talking about. So this is powered by AI, so you can see a bunch of fun things here. I don't know what people have been working on. This is a workshop on knowledge mining that we're going to do tomorrow. So people have been talking about this on my team. This is Mike Carter. On my team, he has a session later. So there's been a bunch of interactions around this PowerPoint. That all awesome. What you've seen earlier, and I want to tap into this thing, is this profile photo, which is interesting because not only is my profile photo interesting, as you can obviously see, I lack certain qualities to my face. I actually don't have hair. I'm sort of bald. And if you remember from about 3 or 4 years ago, my team created this this experience, just a demo experience that went sort of viral, actually really viral, called howold.net. It was a website that you uploaded a picture and it tells you how old you look. Okay, so we've been like sort of obsessive with this kind of fun information. This led to a whole bunch of tools and applications worldwide. We had like hundreds of millions of users using this thing. It was all fun. And I thought, how about I look at the Ignite speakers, and instead of doing how old, I will do how bold. I'll try to figure out how many of the Ignite speakers are bold like me. That sounds like a worthy cause. So I want to create a boldness detection skill. I want to create a custom skill that, given a speaker name, so will give you back a boldness indication. So Abby is a developer on our team. She's absolutely not bold. Those of you who have been in the session have seen her. I, on the other hand, is basically pretty much getting there and pretty much bold. So the question is, how do I do that? So I already gave you like a sneak peek in how you could do that. So you can tap into this picture that I extracted from the Microsoft Graph information. Then you can use the Microsoft Face API to append the cognitive services that we have for Face API that creates a bunch of metadata on a human face. So it does things like age and gender and glasses and facial hair. Do you have hair? What color? Do you have sideburns? Do you have a mustache? Do you have a bunch of, are you wearing makeup? Then what I've done is I use, again, one of the skills that we have in the platform. It's called the Shaper, that allows me to take all these things together and build an entity format, build a complex type. So now that I have a speaker and all their attributes. So I start with the speaker name. I use the Microsoft Graph to get all this information. I use the Face API to append all this information. And now I cognitive search the thing. Okay? And I dump all of that stuff into a search index and into a knowledge store. And actually, I even slapped Power BI on top of all this mess. So I have it right here. So this is a Power BI dashboard that it's actually a little bit hard to see. I'll zoom in a minute. That shows you all the speakers. This is actually this is the speakers at Build. I'll show you this on Ignite in a minute. Sorted by how bold they are. Okay, so if you see here, there's like a boldness average here. You can look at the boldest person on Ignite, which is this gentleman here. As you would expect, Satya Nadella ranks very, very high as far as bold people, which is actually pretty expected. Let's look at people that are not very bold. Let's scroll all the way down, see if we find somebody. There's a bunch of those, but I want to find somebody in particular to make fun of. This gentleman here. Corey Sanders was the VP of Azure Networking and Compute or whatever. He's in a different role now. And as you see, is young, talented, and has a bunch of hair. So now the question is, so this is awesome. I have a bunch of analysis, and I can do this howbold.net thingy. But the interesting question that I want to answer is, what would folks like Mr. Corey Sanders look if they were bold? That is an interesting question that everybody wants to know. What will I look if I'm bold? So I went and built another skill. I actually took some face swapping technology, and I've created a face swapping skill that takes one image and one phrase, okay, literally any phrase that you want. It's, we call this internally Murphy. It's like a chatbot that you can do this thing with. This is the logo of that thing. That allows me to ask questions and say, hey, what if image was bold in this case? And in this case, I've pre-prepared. We ran all this skill set with all those images and annotated them with what was blah, blah, blah look like if he was bold. So this is what Corey Sanders would look like if he was bold. By the way, I did this on literally everybody on the Build speaker list. You can actually look at everybody here that you pick and see what they would look like if they were bold, which is, again, pretty creepy and disturbing, but still a bunch of fun. But as I was doing this yesterday, one of the folks in the audience came to me and said, you don't need to imagine what you would look like if you were bald. You're already bald. Can you imagine what you would look like if you had like long blonde hair or something, or like golden something, something, something? So I actually did this. This session is called Mine Ignite for Gold. So I figured that I have to do that and mine Ignite for Gold. So I actually changed the skill and we ran everything. And now it's, what if you had long golden hair? And then you can go and do, I don't know, search for Satya Nadella, who I assume is a speaker in Ignite. And this is Satya and his glowing and wonderful blonde hair. So yeah, there are going to be photos, and I'm going to get fired of this, aren't I? But like, it is what it is. So point being, you can use the same system to mine your data for everything that you want. In my case, it was a bunch of, it's a crazy idea, but go from a speaker name to his Microsoft profile, to his face, to his facial attributes, to a completely random code that I wrote that does face swapping. But you can imagine doing whatever you want, not just based on the things that we have out of the box, like places and location and entities and whatnot, but also to run your own custom skills on your data and have fun. So we have a bunch of sessions on knowledge mining. A bunch of them have already come, but I've highlighted 3 of them that are still happening. So in an hour, we have a knowledge mining session that walks you through how you build custom skills for your industry-specific solutions by Mike from my team. It'll be interesting to go and show. We have a 3-hour hands-on workshop tomorrow on Thursday, where bring your laptop, and we'll spend time hacking together and building an end-to-end cognitive search solution on your data. So it's a fun workshop for people who want to get their hands dirty and actually use some code and stuff. And we have another 400-level session of going deeper into the heart of this thing and understanding how this actually works, like the Azure Search Cognitive Search Technical Edition. That's on Friday. And we also, because this deck will be shared, you'll have link to all of our getting started materials, like a knowledge mining solution accelerator, a knowledge mining workshop, which is a 2-day step-by-step guidelines on how to do one of these things, a set of power skills that include a bunch of out-of-the-box custom skills that you can go and deploy with a click into your own subscription, like the kind of things that I showed you. And again, if you have any questions or follow-up, feel free to use this email or directly my email at Microsoft and contact me. Thank you very much. Hope you have fun. Thank you for staying.